Oh yes, the scientist is a pagan too. What is paganism? That is a big question. It definitely differs from person to person. If you Google it, and I quote, a religion other than one of the main religions, specifically a non-Christian or pre-Christian religion. It is that broad. Instead, I'll tell you briefly and broadly what paganism means to me. To me, paganism is very earthy. It draws on the world around us, that which we can see the effects of, and that which we cannot see. That which we can see, earth, fire, water. That which we can see the effects of, so air, feeling, action, love. That which we cannot see, so deity, spirit, ancestry, energy, etc. Being Cornish, I draw heavily on Celtic influences, but a lot of what I think, feel and believe falls into Wicca. So I guess I'm a hybrid of Celtic, pagan and Wiccan, to put it broadly. If you want to know more about any of that, let me know in the comments. While you're there, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell icon to turn on your notifications. Now, on to science. The scientific method is incredibly ritualistic. We perform an experiment to see results. When we are following our methods, we are trying to change the world. We are trying to bring about a change in science, in our cells, whatever we're testing on. I'm pharmacology, by the way, so that's where I'm talking from. So we are trying to cause a change in our little petri dish of cells, or a little flask of cells, whatever you're using. And we're using that to change the world, to add to the knowledge we already have. Basically, we're just changing the world with science. Maybe not massively. Maybe only even for you if the experiment doesn't yield the results that you wanted. But that is still something different in the world. You learned something you previously didn't know. And if it did work, you've helped move science forward. In my field, you could have contributed to a drug's use or even creation that improves the lives of people with a condition. Ritual in paganism is very much the same thing. We go through our methods to yield a result, a change in the world. Only instead of calling it an experiment, we'll call it a spell or a ritual, but not always. And instead of using our journals, we use a book of shadows or a grimoire, depending who you are. Our tools often consist of athames, wands, crystals, herbs, oils and candles, rather than pipettes, centrifuges, 96 well plates, incubators and very expensive plate readers. During my masters, there was a point where we were experiencing some technical difficulties with one of our antibodies. We were getting quite far along in the troubleshooting process, and out of frustration and desperation on a high pain day, I turned to ritual. The logical thing to do as a scientist. There I was, in the lab, calling the corners with a pipette boy tip. They're about this long, but it was sealed, so I wasn't going to wave. We could still use it later, not even being wasteful. Calling in the elements with a Bunsen burner and an Eppendorf full of water. Inviting in my ancestors and any deities that are interested in doing a little bit of science. And as if by magic, with a K, the answers were found. We were able to proceed with our testing and find out if our hypothesis was true or not, using different methods. So mote it be. Skeptics among you will be quick to write this off as coincidence or an inevitable outcome of the troubleshooting process. I won't disagree with you, that's your opinion and that's fine, and that is a valid possibility. I'm not saying it's absolutely no way a coincidence. But magic isn't measured by outcome. It's measured by how the ritual makes you feel, how it makes you act, and the change it brings into the world, even if that change is learning what doesn't work. And after all, if it harm none, do what you will. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't already. I welcome any questions you have about this, any comments, ask me anything. Pop them down in the comments below and I'll either get to them in the responses or I will make a video answering the questions. Share this video with your friends because I think they might find it interesting. I found it interesting to write, to be honest. Subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon so you get notified every single time I post a video. Videos go up every Saturday at 6 PM with at least one bonus video every month. Apart from this month, which is Science Month, so you are getting a science-based video every Sunday as well. See ya!